Greetings, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to the Kamado Joe Cooking Channel. This past weekend, I had an opportunity to visit some friends of mine out in Southern California, and we went to a burger place called Slaters 50/50 that makes a really unique hamburger. So I'm going to put together a video today trying to recreate the Hawaiian burger that I had at Slaters. So let's get started. What makes the Slaters 50/50 burger have the name 50/50 is it is made with 50% ground beef, 50% ground bacon. So you want to start out with equal parts of ground beef and ground bacon. I've cubed up some chuck roast here and cut some thick sliced bacon into bunches where I can run this through my grinder. If you don't have a grinder, you can start out with ground beef and then just finely chop your bacon and mix it in. So I'm going to run the beef and the bacon through my grinder and mix it together. Okay, I use my medium die in my meat grinder to grind this chuck roast and this bacon. So I'm going to dump these two into a mixing bowl, and I'm going to mix them up and get everything evenly distributed. And that's about the consistency you're looking for. At Slaters 50/50, they make their burgers in 1/3, 2/3, and full pound. And simply because I think a half pound suits me a little better for this project, we're going to make a half pound patty. And I like to use my burger press to do this because it makes a nice even patty and it doesn't over press it. So I'm just going to press that guy down there. We're going to lift that off and go with that. Okay, I'm going to set up the classic Joe here for a little bit of two-zone cooking. I'm going to put the heat deflector on one side and an elevated grill on the other, and I'm going to use two starter cubes to get this guy going. I'm going to get my dome temperature up to about 400, maybe 450 degrees. So I'm going to light up these two starters. We're going to open the bottom vent fully and let this burn with the lid open for about 10 minutes. After our fire gets going, we're going to close the lid and we're going to open our top vent about halfway. We want a good hot fire. We want to get our dome temperature in the grill here up to between 4 and 450 degrees. Okay, as our grill's coming up to temperature, I'm going to open this guy up and I'm going to set our 50/50 patty up here on the indirect side of the grill to get this started. We want to cook this guy up to probably a minimum of 150 to 155, so we're going to get it started on the indirect side of the grill. Okay, after our burger gets a little bit of indirect time up here, we're going to move it down over the direct fire and put a sear on both sides for just a couple of minutes. And we're going to give him a little flip. Let him cook up some on the other side. Okay, now that that's got a sear on both sides, I'm going to move it back to the indirect side of the grill. And I'm going to set my little cast iron pan here in the middle and let it warm up. When the cast iron pan starts to get warm, we have our next ingredient. Yes, folks, this is Spam. Spam is a staple in Hawaii, and we're going to cook this little piece of Spam in this cast iron skillet. And while that piece of Spam's cooking, I've got a slice of fresh pineapple that I've drizzled a little brown sugar on. We're going to throw it right here on the grill as well. And while the Spam and pineapple are cooking, I'm going to baste this burger with a little teriyaki glaze. We're going to get a good coat of that on there. Let that set up while the rest of this is finishing up. Okay, our pineapple here is ready, so I'm going to move it up to the top side, to the indirect side. My Spam is ready. I'm going to move it up, and then I'm going to bring this little small cast iron pan back, and we're going to cook an egg sunny side up. And then I'm going to put one slice of American cheese right on top of this burger, and then I'm going to close the lid back up for a couple of minutes. Okay, I took the egg off and now everything else is ready, so I'm going to unload the grill. We're going to take this inside and put this burger together. Okay, we're going to start putting this together. I've got a Kaiser roll here, and we are going to start by putting a little baconaise on both sides of this bread. And we're going to follow that with our burger patty, our slice of Spam, our grilled pineapple, and our sunny side up egg. And then we're going to top that off, and we're going to get ready to dig in. And that's how you make a 50-50 burger. This is my rendition of Slaters 50-50 Hawaiian burger, one of their signature burgers. They use a brioche roll instead of a Kaiser roll. I was unable to get my hands on any brioche rolls for this project, so I am gonna cut this guy in half, or attempt to, without tearing it up. So we're going to wrap this cook up. Join us on Facebook if you can at facebook.com/Kamado Joe. And until next time, this is John Setzler with Kamado Joe Cooking Channel.